the day when we went to the Buckingham Palace, it was, there were 5 ladies and myself. So I was the first who spoke with Her Majesty, then Teuta Starova, then the other one, then Joanna, then finally Donika. So 5 women. And she was the last. There is a number. And Her Majesty asked me, Ambassador, how nice you have all your stuff. Ladies, how come? I said, Albania is a very emancipated country. Don't you understand that? Now, going over all these books, what has impressed me the most is there was a small little inn, I don't think it was a nice house, next to the walls of the Archaeological Museum in Dorsey, where a lady named Ruth Paddington used to live there. She had an old, small car, and every day she went from there to those roads at the end of 20s. We're talking about the time when Albania was moving with donkeys, and someone says it also with planes. The only country in the world that had 7 airfields and no roads was Albania. So she went from Durrës in those rural parts to Cerreti, to Kavaja, to Lushnja, to Firje, and then back to Mamurasi, and places where the refugees from Kosovo were displaced. In 1926 was a big exodus from Kosovo, forced by the Serbs out of the villages and dwellings. So she was giving kinina to those who suffered, because Kosovo is more than 500 meters in altitude. But so that means that there is no, malaria is not that much expressed in Kosovo. But in Albania, all the western part was suffering because of malaria, and they were very easily infected. As soon as they arrived in Albania, they got sick. That's the one. The other one is who Lady Kahneman, who, when his son died over Herbert, an Albanian sent to Albania until she died in 1929, working to open libraries, and there is the heart of the Albanian National Library was established by that lady. So I've gone, and I encourage everybody to go and pay a visit to 2 places. One is Highclere Castle, where downtown Abbey is now played already. That's a very historical part for us, for Albanians, because...
Are you enjoying the conversation? Yeah, okay. Before one of the best Albanian talents is going to play something at this day, Mirela, which is the editor of Global Woman, is going to ask a question.
Thank you. As a writer myself, I always learn while writing my books. And I know through this book, every reader is going to learn a lot. You just said that here are things that we know, but I obviously found a lot of interesting things that are keeping me very, inspired. My question is, what did you learn while writing this book and while researching about these wonderful women that you just described? Because my topic is all about, like Vera said, we are all about empowering women. So how did these women empower you to finish this book?
Well, I think you have to register them like at the migrant women, because they migrated from here to Albania. Well, it's very, everybody who learns about the life of those ladies will be inspired. And sometimes a very, very interesting question will come in your mind. So, why did they do that? Why? Having everything in this country, living in a wonderful country, why did they go there to share sufferings rather than enjoying life? But I think they have been creative in that way. They had really high personalities, and also they did care about the people who are suffering, and I think that's a value that we have to share all, and take good care about those who are not in the situation that we live. Thank you.
And now it's time for Alda's title, please. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. Personally, I'd like to thank Your Excellency for promoting the real values of Albania and for making the embassy a home for all the artists, and always thinking creatively to make very beautiful things with very little financial means. And I personally thank you for all the support you have given me in the past. I also don't want to feel like you are leaving us, because in a way you have created a legacy that is continuing past this position. We're not only grateful that you have brought Albanian culture to Britain, but that you are also enriching the lives of Albanians in Albania with the great British culture. When I approached Mr. Ambassador with very interesting tour of Elgar violin concerto, Elgar being the greatest British composer, he immediately jumped and said, we have to do this in Albania. We have to bring Elgar to Albania. And on the 28th of November, for the very first time, I will be performing with the Radio Television Orchestra the premiere of Elgar violin concerto. And I look very much forward to see you there. And I really hope that your journey started in London, but you will create many, many incredible things in the future. Thank you very much. I will play a little tune. Meditation times.
the things have changed in British foreign policy after 1990. So you have your title here is The Liberation of Kosovo and Creating a Historic Injustice. So what is this?
I respect all the international agreements, but I consider that the Albanian question, if it is politically divided by borders, it is not divided in its own. So everything that happens in Kosovo has a very big impact in Albania and vice versa. So there are so many historians. I do not consider myself a historian. I'm someone who reads books and then takes some notes, and the notes are transformed in pages of books. But personally, I do not agree with historians who have worked for many years, decades, to wash our brain with the term shqipëria Londinese Albania, which in my view has a very negative connotation. So, in this book I have opened a discussion. What would Albania have been if we wouldn't have a conference of ambassadors in London rather than in Paris or Moscow? So would we have an Albania like it is today, within 28,000 square kilometers, or would have a very small Islamic province in Shiako, because there were places. But I think in 1999, the international fora generally, and of course led by the Americans and Brits, they stood up for the nation, and Kosovo became an independent state, which in my view is a correction of history. In the book you will see two fantastic speeches of Tony Blair. One, the night before the NATO bombardment started against Serbia or Yugoslavia at that time, how he has convinced the House to give the green light for the military action. And 10 years later, and I'm quite sure Ambassador Emërimi has been there in the time, when he went to Pristina, I was there, I'm lucky to have been there, where he delivered another speech where he said that it was just difficult to dream during the day when Rita, our distinguished member of community, where mom is here, when he said that, would you even think about an embassy of Kosovo in London? I mean, forget about being in the heart of the city where it is located there. So I think we have moved very quickly after the fall of the communism in Europe, and we are progressing. Of course, democracy is not. I would consider democracy like Bill Gates has created this virtual world of internet, but I don't think that the computers are more sophisticated than building up a perfect democratic system.
Okay, thank you very much for that. There is a list of the people that want to ask the question and to say a few things, but let's start with His Excellency, the Ambassador of Kosovo to the UK, here in Great Jersey.
Dear Matt and dear Monica, dear friends, I can't really say anything about the book because I happen to be in the book. So the ambassador was very kind to include me in the book. But otherwise, I think the book is great. Tonight is both easy and hard for me. It's easy because this is a perfect opportunity for me to rehearse my farewell reception, which may be imminent, and you may expect an invitation soon. Such is the fate of diplomats who come and go. Our terms are temporary, but our friendships are permanent, and we cherish those memories forever. It is hard because I'm bidding farewell to not only to a colleague ambassador, but to my mentor, my best friend in London, and my brother, Berisha. and we thought long and hard about what would be, because Mal is very much connected to Kosovo, and he combines the best of Kosovo, Albania, and also now Great Britain. And we thought long and hard at the embassy what would be the most appropriate present for him so that he could remember us by. And we came up, we think, with an ingenious solution. We thought of a man who, a Kosovan, was a patriot, he was a warrior, he's a hero, Isa Boletini, who was one of the founders of modern Albania, but who also was on a diplomatic mission in London as well. So we thought that Mal and him connect all these dots, this triangle, Kosovo, Albania, and London. So Mal, would you please accept this gift from us?
Ju premtoj të dha maj kudo që të shkoj, dhe kjo me vetën dhomën e nejtjes.
It's Lamtumirës first.
Hey, I don't have a question, so I'm sorry about that, and I don't want to talk about the book either because I don't know much about it. All I want to say is that, Mr. Ambassador, we've known you for 4 years now, and I remember vividly when I first met you, and while I addressed you as Mr. Ambassador, you kindly asked me to address you as Mal. Well, for all of us that are Albanians, we know what Mal means. Mal means a mountain, and I think that you've been a mountain of a diplomat in London. I think the community will remember you for that. And I, for one, wish you all the very best to whatever the future holds for you. I have had a message, well, a number of messages for you, but I've picked the best, I think. I'll read it to you in Albanian, and I'll try my best to translate. I'm sure other fellow citizens will do a better translation. It says, can you please pass my thanks, especially to Mr. Ambassador for what he has done for the country. As a citizen, I'll say it in Albanian as well because it doesn't make too much sense. As a citizen, as a good citizen, it is impossible to be a bad diplomat. He has been the best. Please thank him from the bottom of my heart for what he has done and give him my best regards. Now, in Albanian,